Sup everyone, we're back with more Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. How is everyone doing? I'm doing fine personally, and I think it's time we finally get the show on the way. So, this time we're going to continue where we left off, and we're going to head to Baker Street this time. Because I don't want to head straight to the pawnbrokery. Because we've never actually explored Baker Street. We've been through it. Ooh, I very much enjoy the music. Wait, is that the pawnbroker right here? So you're telling me the pawnbrokery is right next to Sholmes' place? That's kind of funny, actually. Okay, well, let's examine some things, shall we? Let's start off by examining the house. It's already been 2 months since we started taking lodgings here above Mr. Sholmes' office. I still can't quite believe it. I never expected things would turn out like this. Oh, I know! To actually be sharing... Oh, I know! To actually be sharing accommodations with the world's greatest detective. If I ever find myself before a court of law now, I will have not one regret. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'd be happy to defend you, of course. Anything else we can observe, or is it just the house on this screen? Looks like it's just the house. Okay. What's this? Closed. Nothing there. Can't examine the street, so I guess there's the pawnbroker. Look at all the different things in the windows of the shop. Ah, that's Windibank's. Yeah, it's literally just... Wow. No wonder he uses this pawnbroker. It's literally like 5 steps away from his house. Ah, that's Windibank's. That's Windibank's, the pawnbrokery. It looks much smarter than the pawnbrokers in Japan, doesn't it? How does a place look smart? Eh, whatever, I won't question it. Yes, you're right. I find pawn shops at home rather inapproachable, personally. It reminds me of the tearfully parting... It reminds me of tearfully parting with my favorite fountain pen. I felt so miserable. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger, Mr. Naruhodo. That it does, Susato, that it does. I guess that's all that's here. Alright. Can't talk to anyone, can't present anything, so off to Windibank's pawnbrokery. What's it look like in here? Whoa, there's a lot of stuff. And imagine if this game was so in detail that you could examine every little thing and get unique dialogue. That would be insane. If you could, that would, like, multiply the amount of things that you get in this game by, like, 50. Or, like, the amount of dialogues. Anyways, so I started blasting. So this is a British pawnbrokery. Oh my, there are all sorts of tools and contraptions in here that I've never laid eyes on before. Ah, Susato-san, and that sparkle of wonder in your eyes. You can't wait to scour the shelves, can you? I get the impression you enjoy places like these. Like this. Oh yes, I don't know why, but seeing such a lot of things I don't understand is a real thrill for me. My dear fellows, let us not forget why we are here. Oh, Mr. Sholmes! Nice to see you in your outfit, ready to punch Susato in the face. We are calling on matters of business, not pleasure. And clearly Mr. Sholmes means business too, judging from the spark of fury in his eyes. Hello there. Wow, this is a dude. So this is Windibank. Must be the owner, I would assume. Oh, Mr. Sholmes, sir. Welcome back. Did you hear that brazen welcome? Well, yes, we are potential customers after all. We are disgruntled customers, Mr. Naruhodo. And it's time to inform Mr. Windibank of our ire. Come. The fight is afoot. Oh. You look like a nice person. Forgive me, but I'm going to instead just examine everything in your place. This stands out to me. What are you doing, my dear fellows? We are not here to browse for interesting curios. We have come to teach this broker a lesson. Oh, but there are just so many fascinating items. It looks as though we'll have to talk to Mr. Windibank first before you can explore in here, Mrs. Sato. Okay, fine, then I'll just present something instead. How do you like that? Mr. Windibank, about this. Let me see. I'll give you tuppence for it. No, I don't want to pawn it. I don't know why, but I feel the need to give this dude, like, a voice of someone from, like, a... from, like, a Monty Python movie. Okay. Violin. Naturally, you will recall this, which I retrieved from you some days ago. Yes? This second-rate fiddle is not my faithful instrument, Mr. Windibank. The color of the wood is different, it has holes in it, it's not even the same size. A wonderful summary of our observations, Mr. Sholmes. I'm so very sorry, sir. How utterly unforgivable of me, an inexcusable mistake for a pawnbroker. There is only one way to make amends. What? Why do you have a gun? I shall have to take my own life. Are you okay? Are you right in the head, sir? I mean, I know you're not going to be in a few seconds, but you should chill it. Why is this goofy-ass music playing when this man has a gun to his head? I don't think that will be necessary, do you? If I may just say one thing before I pop off. Yo, he's popping off. Yes? It was you, sir, Mr. Sholmes, who took it upon himself to remove the item the other day, I believe. Sorry? As I recall, I entered the storeroom to fetch your violin when I heard, here it is. You did? I love how he always... Whenever someone, like, corrects him on stuff, he always, at one point, does this exact pose where he goes like, I see I have made a fatal error. I have been a total fool, but I will not admit it, because I am the infallible Herlock Herlock Sholmes. Yes, sorry. And when I turned to controvert you, you had taken the viola and left, sir. However, there can be no doubt that the blame lies firmly at my own door for allowing you to leave. So I shall not grumble or grouse any longer. May this guilt die with me. No, stop, my dear fellow. The fault is mine. Wow, he actually admits it. It takes a man about to blow his own brains out Persona 3 style in order for him to understand. Phew. It would appear that the fight is over. I do humbly apologize, Mr. Windibank. Evidently, my questionable disposition precipitated this tragedy. Well, you wouldn't be Mr. Herlock Sholmes without that questionable disposition now, would you? I do believe you may be right, sir. It's either laugh or cry, I suppose. You are, it must be said, one of my more challenging customers. I needed to remind you of the peculiar collection of items you've brought through my door in the past. Oh, peculiar items. In the extreme, ma'am. For example, the unpublished manuscript of an eponymous work, the novels of Herlock Sholmes, or some such. Oh my, a new full-fledged novel? And unpublished? A story I have yet to read, you mean? Forgive me. Wait, before you die, you must tell me more. Sorry, before you kill yourself, I need to know the plot. Please, I beg you. Be it a last request before you die. Let's talk about the pawnbroker next. I wonder, could I ask you something? Ah, a gentleman from the East, I see. Yes, that sable suit. Single suit. I suppose I could offer you 6 pence for it. Without wishing to offend, the tone is somewhat dull. Sorry? Ah, but for your splendid attire, ma'am, 5 guineas, no less. The colours are exquisite, the design exotic. Eastern artistry at its finest, may I say? Oh my, 5 guineas, you say? Susato, you would be naked if you gave it up. You have no other clothes. How interesting. Susato, please. You don't have any other clothes. At least as far as I can tell, this is all you have worn. Why do I feel as though I've suffered some sort of defeat here? Haha, you don't have as cool of clothes, Ryunosuke. You're a nerd. Actually, I was hoping to ask you about your business. I've heard it said that pawnbrokeries are used rather like banks here in London. Yes, sir, indeed. Many of my customers utilize the establishment as you describe. I appraise their items and offer them a proportionate loan and 2 months of secure storage. If, in that time, they repay the original sum to me plus the agreed interest, their items are happily returned. But what happens if they don't pay you the money? Then the items are offered for sale in my shop, as you can see on the shelves behind me. This voice is going all over the place, and I am honestly loving it. So you never sell items before the 2 months has passed, then? That's right, ma'am, that's right. Which means some considerable responsibility rests on my shoulders. Should a customer's precious belongings be lost, the only recompense is for me to end it all. The very idea, Mr. Winterbank, is an absurdity. One should never talk of one's demise so casually. Says the man who was telling us all it was a good day to die only this morning. That was like less than an hour ago in-game. I say in-game because this takes place on a different day recording-wise, and let us not forget that I have already helped you take measures to ensure such a tragedy never occurs. Oh? What sort of measures? I engineered a simple device, which Mr. Winterbank has installed here in his shop. I call it the Red-Handed Recorder. Is that not so, Mr. Winterbank? Ah. What was that deep sigh about? Oh boy. Can I examine stuff now? I want to get that out of the way sooner rather than later. Okay, never mind. I guess we're still confronting him even though things have chilled. Let's just jump back and forth, I guess. I must know more. Tell me everything. Wow, Susato-san is really fired up now. Is there really an unpublished story under this very roof? Well, one day the gentleman here brought in an old metal chest, you see. I should like to entrust this to your care for a while, Mr. Winterbank. For a chest like that, 1 shilling, sir, not a farthing more. It houses something of a very great value indeed. The latest manuscript, recounting the adventures of one Mr. Herlock Sholmes. I beg your pardon, a manuscript? You wish to deposit a manuscript? Indeed I do, for I am confident it will be safe here. Wow. And that was that. As such, Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom. Mr. Sholmes, is that really true? Do I sense that someone doesn't want to talk about this? I continue to pay your fee, do I not? Then kindly continue to store my belongings securely. Of course, sir, of course. They're safe and sound with me, I assure you, on my life. This is all very strange. Alright. And the red-handed recorder, whatever this is. Sorry, gotta take care of something real quick. Sorry about that. There's a fly buzzing around my room, and I had to makeshift engineer something in order to keep it from flying into my water. So I put a freaking box of crackers on top of it. What on earth is a red-handed recorder? Use your eyes, my dear fellow. There are two just below the ceiling. I can see what appears to be a camera attached to some sort of timing device. Very astute. It is indeed a camera, furnished with some 100 pieces of celluloid film. And every 30 minutes precisely, the camera automatically records the appearance of the shop. Here, I have an example I can show you. Dang. Ah yes, a print from the camera said to record the activity at the shop counter. I developed a special type of film so sensitive it produces a crystal clear image, even in darkness. Really? That's extraordinary. Yes, you can clearly see the counter and the door behind it, look. So you see, were someone to enter the premises with ill intent, his identity would be summarily exposed. Man, I wonder if anything's gonna happen in this shop, considering all this setup we're getting. Surely not. But, did you not say that the photographic prints were taken at 30-minute intervals? Indeed, as you say, my dear madam. What, do you think we have the technology to constantly have a recording or something? Haha, I don't even know what that word means. Then what if the incident were to occur in between times? One could only say that would be a cruel twist of fate. I must confess, your devices have been giving me some cause for distress of late. I beg your pardon, Mr. Winterbank. Surely they are anything but distressing. Reassuring is the word. It's the cost of the film, sir. You most graciously placed not one but two cameras in my shop after all, which means I must pay for nigh on 100 utterly useless prints every single day. I'm afraid the cost of the film will break me before I'm very much older. Ah yes, I never have been a cost-effective one, have I? Nevertheless, a small price to pay to ensure the safety of my preferred pawnbroker, you know. My dear fellows, we verge on an age where safety and security come at a price. Ooh, heaven help us. Alright, we done here? Now then, Mr. Sholmes, allow me to return your precious violin. Well, that's a cooler color. It's like red, brown, or something. Ah, the very thing. Thank you, Mr. Winterbank. Perhaps this might mark the end of the peculiar items you try to pop, Because if anything were to happen to one of them, this would be the only answer. I really think you ought to stop waving that gun around. Someone could get hurt. What? Fear not. Sorry? I've only loaded a single bullet, so no one but myself could possibly be harmed. I mean, unless someone was standing to your left. That's not really what I meant. Persona! Good day to you then, Mr. Winterbank. It's been a pleasure as always, Mr. Sholmes. Bye-bye. So, Mr. Naruhodo, now we can explore at last. I am very much looking forward to that. Now we can look at all the cool stuff in here. Like the calendar, which stands out extremely. It's not a calendar you could easily miss, is it? I know it's gold-plated and everything. 15th of April. Today's date. Yes, it's not for sale, I must point out. It's an Eastern-style page-a-day calendar. Every night at midnight, I tear off the front page to reveal the following day's date. Perfect. Ah, yeah. Sorry. The perfect calendar for a tearaway fellow such as yourself, Mr. Winterbank. And who is it who walked out of here with the wrong violin before? Well, when the agreed storage period has passed without repayment, articles are forfeited, you see. So I have to keep a close eye on the date. It's something of a pawnbroker's obsession, you might say. Oh yes, I can see you're very dedicated to your job. I don't know, this, that. Whoa, whoa. Oh, never mind, I thought I saw something. What's this? This stands out. Look at this, whatever could it be used for? I don't know, but it has a portrait, or it has like a item thingy, so it's probably important. Yeah, I got no idea. Ah! There's a small catch just here, look. We're gonna open it, aren't we? Whoa. Oh my, that's amazing. It has some sort of spring-loaded mechanism. Which we'll never manage to put back up to the way it was before. Why am I yawning? What are you two doing? What? Us? Nothing. No, nothing at all. Whatever this device is, it seems to have a pair of little windows to look through. I feel as though I've seen something rather similar to this elsewhere. Weird. What's this? Now, what do you suppose this rather enormous machine does? It seems to have two little windows for looking through. Okay, so these are related items? Allow me to enlighten you, my dear fellows. What you are looking at is a stereoscope. A stereos... Fascinating. It is aptly named, I assure you. Look through the eyepieces and see for yourself. Oh, I should be delighted to. Excuse me a moment while I just have a look. Just before you do, there is something I should point out. The side effects of the stereoscope are blindness, hard of sight, needing glasses, any other stuff related to sight, really. My dear fellows, in order to see the image properly, stereoscopically as it were, you will need to be cross-eyed. However, if that is beyond you, it is of little consequence today. Alright then, I'm gonna try it. I think your head is too high. Ah! Mr. Naruhodo, you must see! At once! Oh, alright then. So I need to be cross-eyed, like I'm trying to look at my own nose. Bum 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 bum. Is that juror number 2 from the first trial? Hold on a second. Yeah, that is. That's juror number 2 from case 3. The maid or whatever. What the? I don't believe it. It's just a photographic print, but it seems like you could reach out and touch it. Yes, the sense of depth is startling, is it not? Stereoscopes are one of London's many fads. They are often found in little stalls in the park. People queue for hours to see them. Why? Why are people meddling with such black magic? It is no magic, my dear madam. It is, well, I don't know what the fuck it is, honestly. Science. Far too complicated to explain at present. We shall save this lesson for another day, when I ask Iris all about it, because she is the one who is knowledgeable. Oh. That was actually kind of cool. We got to see juror number 2. Juror number 2, number 1. You got a whole shelf of things here. This stands out as well. Got a bunch of clocks. Can't examine any of those clothes. Let's see what this is. What an assortment of things there are on these shelves here. Crockery, footwear, clocks, and watches. Almost anything you care to imagine. These are forfeited items offered for sale by the pawnbroker. What does that really mean, though? Forfeited, as in no one owns them anymore, as in people can buy if they have the cash. When you pawn, or colloquially, pop an item, the broker loans you money against its worth. He stores the items for an agreed period of time, after which the loan must be repaid. If not, he is free to display it in a shop for sale at a price of his choosing. Oh yes, now you've explained it, I'm noticing a little price tags on everything. Of course, simply by paying the agreed interest on the loan, one can extend the period of safekeeping. So you may pawn that black garb of yours without fear, my dear fellow. No, sorry, Sholmes, I don't have any other clothes. My treasured university uniform? Never! It embodies my student spirit. Nothing there. Nothing here. Looks like all we got left is just this. Look at this! What could this lovely big shiny box be? That, my dear madam, is a music box. Surely you have such things in your own country. Oh my, yes, but I've certainly never seen one so large before. Shall we listen a while? Everybody cut loose, foot loose. Oh wait. Ah, what a sublime sound. It's like the music of angels. I've never heard anything like it before in my life. This particular specimen is of the larger variety, commonly found in public houses and restaurants. There is a metal disc inside on which the notes to be played are recorded. Yes, I know. Trust me, I've seen Dr. Stone, I know how this works. Simply by replacing the disc with another, any music you care to imagine can be played. My goodness, what a simply delightful machine. Indeed, though their popularity has waned recently with the development of the gramophone, of course. Ah, science and technology advance at such an overwhelming pace. Oh. What? Only tuppence for it? That ain't fair and you know it. Oh, that... The article is barely worth a penny, miss. I cannot afford offer more. Miss? Who the heck's this? What we got? Someone new? Sounds like there's an argument brewing over by the counter. Come on, that can't be right. Have you even had a proper butcher's at it? I've seen all I need to see, young girl. Wait. Gina? Oh, shoot. I was not expecting... Okay, that's a returning character. I am happy. I very much love voicing her, and she's very cool. Wait, don't we know... I'm sure I recognize her. Oh, yes! It's the young lady from Mr. McGill's trial 2 months ago. Oh my gosh, she's okay. Also, she has a cool jacket. Oh god, what... Did I forget. Did I change from the... Well, it's a flashback. I can do the Danny DeVito voice. My name is Gina Lestrade, my lord. She's the Chancer. Earns a crust among large crowds relieving people of their purses. What's commonly called a pickpocket. Gone. Dead. Oh, I thought it was going to show the judge being killed. Yo, your coat is real cool. I like it. It's a good addition to your outfit. Gordon Bennett, you lot! Hello, Miss Lestrade. I hope you've been well. There's something very funny about this image. Just... Hello, Miss Lestrade. I hope you've been well. Loads gun with a malicious intent. Man, I just keep getting interrupted. Anyways, back to this. Well, you remember me then, do ya? Well, I remember being completely surrounded by smoke, that's for sure. So, what are you doing in here? Downing out like the rest of us, nothing to eat. Coming to pop that black weasel's sorry coat, have ya? What is it about this black uniform that makes everyone comment on it? I mean, it does kind of stand out. Ah, good day. Unless I'm much mistaken, you are the one who stole Iris's gun. Wait, I just realized she still has it. I thought Iris gave it back. I just realized, why does she still have it? You would be the young pickpocket who stole our experimental smoke grenade launcher.
Mr. Sholmes.
So, you have something of value to pawn, do you? Allow me to see the article and I shall negotiate with Mr. Winterbank on your behalf.
Pull the other one, I don't need no help from some stuck-up D. Get out of my business. Go on or I'll make trouble for you.
As you wish, Mr. Strayed. I will happily remove myself from your presence. He then goes and, like, hangs on a wall or puts a frickin' tube on his head or something. I wouldn't put it past him. He's really done it. He's gone.
I'm sorry, but as I said, there really is no room for negotiation here.
What's that thing he has in his hand? Some kind of metal disc?
And you, go on, leave me alone. Oh, Mrs. Strayed, just pretend we aren't here. We shan't be offended in the slightest.
Susada-san can really stand her ground when she wants to.
Whatever.
Don't mind us. Meanwhile, let's talk to you. No. Wait, I can re-examine everything? Oh god. Look at Mr. Winterbank watching diligently over his shop. There's still so many things I'm curious about.
I don't believe this is the time for browsing, Mr. Naruhodo.
We should probably see whether the argument's been resolved yet, I suppose. Okay, so I guess that's all it was, just that. What if I present my attorney's badge, or my armband? Would you have a look at, that's strange. Where's my armband gone? I like how it specifically says, where's my armband gone, because it's the only thing.
What's the problem? Something wrong? Don't suppose you're looking for this?
Yes, but how and when? And how again?
I've got a talent for it, haven't I? Darvin.
That's bordering on black magic. And it makes what I was about to say about my armband seem a little dull.
So, what do you want to tell me about it then?
Nothing. I surrender. Do I get anything from, like... Can I examine you? Oh. Okay, so I can talk to both of them, it seems. Somehow, I didn't really think you were the sort of person who used a pawnbroker, Mrs. Strayed.
Yeah, well, I am alright. I'm a Londoner just like everyone else. That a problem, is it? Ain't a problem, innit?
No, not at all. It's just that, well...
Oh, I get it. I know what you're thinking. That thing probably don't even belong to her. Probably got it on the dive, didn't she? Yeah, I can see it written all over your Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase? Okay. Well, wait. I might have been thinking something along those lines.
You're not gonna deny it, Mr. Naruhodo.
Alright then, I'm just gonna come out and ask you straight. Do you pawn things that you steal from other people?
Well, I don't know how best to answer that, really. No. Suppose. Sometimes. You're not gonna deny it either, Miss Lestrade. But not this time, alright, I swear. That thing belongs to me.
The disc that Mr. Winterbank is holding? Perhaps we should see what he has to say about all this. Alright. Ba-ba.
Mr. Winterbank, what exactly is this metal disc that Miss Lestrade has brought in? It seems to have hundreds of tiny little bumps on its surface.
Oh, this is a music disc, you see, for use inside a music box. In a music box?
What, you don't even know what a music box is? You Eastern lot ain't too savvy, eh?
I know what a music box is, I've just never seen one of these discs before. I mean, there is one right in front of you. Well, not in front of you because it's behind Gino, but you know what I mean. Yeah, right there.
The small protrusions on the middle disc encode the tune to be played by the music box. You simply insert the disc and set the machine going, and beautiful music plays. It's so incredible. Tell us, what tune is on this disc? Well, I'm afraid I couldn't tell you that. There are so many different types of music box, you see. British-made, German, Swiss. I have no way of knowing which particular machine this disc was made for.
I see.
And that's it in a nutshell. I wouldn't have any customer for an item like this, even if the young lady forfeited it. Really, I'm already offering more than I should at a penny. That's a packet of lies. He told me he did. He said it was what,
He? Who?
Never you mind. It just ain't right, that's all. That disc is worth good money, I know it is. Well then, you'll have to try your luck at another pawnbrokers, won't you?
Huh.
She's been in before, of course. This little tatterdemalion.
I see.
And brought some dubious article or other with her every single time, I might add. Dubious? What are you trying to say? I'm an honest customer, me.
So, is there something dubious about the disc she brought in today?
Well, if only it were that simple.
Sorry, what do you mean?
What she actually brought in was a storage ticket. Ah, storage ticket. So, Miss Lestrade has actually come to a demon article for me today, is that right? Yeah, it's right. A girl like me has a lot of stuff for what needs sorting.
Alright, yes, that's definitely dubious.
The article in question would have been forfeited at midnight tonight. But as she gave me the ticket for it and repaid both the loan and the interest, I was obliged to return the article to her. But what was the article? Do tell us, Mr. Windibank. The little scamp is wearing it, ma'am.
The coat.
It's the overcoat that she redeemed.
Oh.
What? What's wrong with that? It fits, don't it? I mean, it's mine, so of course it does. So, what about the disc then? How does that come into all this? Oh, the disc is something else. A new article to pawn if the girl and I can agree to a price.
New article to pawn. What do you got? I'm confused. I thought you said that Miss Lestrade brought in a storage ticket today.
It's really quite simple. Yes, the child brought me a storage ticket and the money owned on it, as you say.
For this heavy black coat, which you returned to her care, as I'd understood it.
That's right, yes. And rather unsurprisingly, as soon as the little ragamuffin put the thing on, she went ruffling through the pockets.
Oh, you mean... Looks like she was doing an okay hand and doing a haha got him thing.
What, don't you know it's rude to stare at a lady?
Sorry, I don't think you qualify as a lady.
Ah, I see, so it came from the pocket of the overcoat, did it? If you mean this disc, then yes, exactly, ma'am. Exactly.
And she immediately tried to pawn it. For quite a high price as well. This is all rather suspicious, I think. Ayashi.
Give it up. I'm just trying to pawn something like anyone else would. Miss Lestrade, may I ask who deposited this overcoat here in the first place? Well, me.
It doesn't really appear to be her size. I mean, I think it still looks good on her, even if it isn't her size.
Me old man, it's me old man's, ain't it? Is it, Miss Lestrade?
Yes, this is definitely all rather sus. Sus. Out of my way, please. Haha, it's probably whoa, new person, actually. I thought it was Sholmes. Who's this picture postcard English gentleman? Wow, certainly stands out. Yet another for the Top Hat clan. Top Hat. He's got a cane. Fancy. Good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like I have to give him a very posh voice.
What's your problem, eh?
There is no problem as long as you remove yourself. I have a matter to discuss with the proprietor. I don't want to give him too low of a voice, because then I'll just sound like Van Zykes. And if you intend to make a problem of it, I shall see you outside, little girl, for the hiding you deserve.
Look, ain't it obvious I ain't done with him yet? If you think you're such a gent, you should know how to wait in line.
Damn, look at that scowl on her face. Well, you are an impudent little brat, aren't you? As well as a pickpocket.
Eh? Who are you? How do you know who I am?
The question is, how do you not know who I am? You haven't the courtesy even to remember the faces of your victims, it seems.
What? You mean from you?
Broker. Yes, sir. I believe that this filthy pickpocket here just redeemed an article from you, know. Yes. The article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once.
Oh my! Now that's a lie. What are you trying to pull?
Give me back my overcoat, you wastrel. And needless to say, any music box discs too.
No, you can't have it. You just can't. It's me old man, so it was, and now it's mine. Goodness, Mr. Naruhodo. This is a very awkward situation.
That it is. Yes. I think perhaps we should hear both sides of the story in a little more detail. Next time on Great Ace Attorney. Very interested to see where this goes. Before we go... Oh, he's just standing here, Mr. Top Hat Fancy Man, with his cane. Must think he burns with a white-hot rage towards Gina over here. Anyways, yeah, next time on Great Ace Attorney. We'll go and talk to Gina and talk to Mr. Fancy Pants. Doug Dimmadome. Adios, ciao, and bye-bye. Signing off until next time. Ja matane.